Husbands and fathers, do you really know how to protect your wife and kids? Let's say you bought the guns, you learned martial arts, you know how to fight, you're exercising, you're staying strong. You ruminate on scenarios where a threat comes at you and you face the challenge head on. How many of you, if I were to ask you to raise your hand, would say that you're ready to protect your family? Now let me ask you this. Do your kids come to you when they have problems or challenges? Do they open up to you and willingly, of their own accord, share their thoughts and their dreams? Does your wife initiate physical intimacy? If these things are not happening, it could be because they don't feel safe with you. You can provide for every physical safety thing in the world, but if they don't feel safe with you emotionally, spiritually, then you're not going to have the deep and fulfilling connection and relationships that you wish you had. The challenge is that these are two completely different sets of skills. Yes, physical protection is needed. You need to be strong, you need to be capable, you need to know how to face a threat if it comes. You also need to recognize what inside yourself might be considered a threat to them. You need to know how to listen. You need to be emotionally intelligent. You need to be willing and capable of being vulnerable and patient. And you also need to be actively building in structured time to allow for that connection to happen. You need to be having one-on-one time with your kids, engaging with them, playing with them. Here are some common threats that might be affecting their perception of safety in relation to you. Number one, being checked out, disengaged, not fully present. They've tried to talk to you, but they are not sure if you are going to get the message, if you're going to internalize the message, if you're going to engage with them, validate them. If you're not giving them a chance to feel seen, heard, understood, paid attention to, cared about, then they're going to have a hard time feeling safe coming to you with other things, bigger things, harder things. Number two, defensiveness. Has your wife ever come to you and tried to share feelings that she's having that are related to actions or words that you have done or said? And you immediately put up a wall? It can be really easy to feel like you're being attacked, like your good qualities are being called into question. What you might not realize is that the reason why your wife is coming to you in the first place is because she wants a deeper connection. She wants to get closer to you. If she didn't, she would not be approaching you to have a conversation. When we get defensive, we are putting up a shield and saying, she's the enemy now because I feel attacked. She is attacking me, so I need a shield between us. But when we put ourselves into the headspace of trying to justify our actions or our words, then we are no longer able to hear her side, consider her perspective, and to look inside ourselves and to ask the big questions of, am I actually proud of what my actions were or my words? Am I willing to be influenced by my wife and to consider another perspective? Number three, contempt. This is like the opposite of defensiveness, where we start to go on the offensive. We use insults, we tear people down, or we point fingers at people and we try to pin responsibility on them and blame them instead of looking at our own side. The main problem here is when we start to attack the person, their identity, instead of addressing the actual challenge and problem at hand. The way we avoid all these issues is to remember my family and my wife are on my team. If we're feeling verbally attacked, being accused and blamed of things, we can sidestep that and come to their side of the table and look at the issues objectively instead of feeling personally assaulted. You might also need to take a good look at yourself and figure out what identities you're holding on to that are feeling attacked. If any of these situations ring true and you want to see more content like this, let me know by liking this video.